Stop pretending you're weak. You know it. I know it. Deep inside, there's something you've been holding back. Something raw, something violent, something unstoppable. You've chained it down because the world told you to stay quiet, to stay small, to stay ordinary. And that's pathetic. Every excuse you make is just another chain. Every time you hesitate, you're tightening the leash around your own throat. You call it safety. You call it balance. But it's nothing more than fear dressed up as reason. You're addicted to comfort. You cling to it like it will save you. But it's the very poison that's killing your edge. Comfort is the graveyard where monsters are buried alive. If you want to breathe like a predator, suffocate your comfort. Trade it for pressure, for struggle, for fire. That's the only place the monster awakens. Monsters don't reason with weakness, they crush it. And if you can't crush your own excuses, don't expect to crush anything else. That monster inside of you, it doesn't care about your excuses. It doesn't care about your comfort. It wants out, it wants to rip apart your limits, tear down the walls, and crush everything that stands in your way. And you, yes, you are the only one stupid enough to keep it locked away. You want freedom. You want respect. You want to stand above the rest. Then stop protecting the world from your strength. Stop diluting your fire just to make the sheep around you comfortable. Look around you. Most people are nothing but empty shadows, repeating the same cycles, recycling the same excuses, hiding from their own reflection. And you think you're different because you dream? No. You're only different when you act. The monster isn't built on dreams. It's built on scars, decisions, and unbreakable obsession. Monsters aren't made to blend in. They're made to dominate, to tower, to set the standard so high that no one else can even breathe in the same air. That's what it means to unleash yourself fully. Unleashing the monster isn't about anger. It's about truth. It's about stripping away the fake politeness, the forced humility, the mask you wear every single day to fit in with the rest of the herd. And the truth is ugly. Truth is merciless. It doesn't care about your feelings, your comfort, or your insecurities. And that's why the monster is necessary. The reason most people never unleash it is because they're terrified of who they'll become. They're afraid of their own strength. They fear the isolation, the sacrifice, the hunger that comes with it. But I know, and I'll tell you plain. If you're scared of what you could be, you'll stay shackled to what you already are. Nothing. Monsters don't hesitate to act where you hesitate to think. It doesn't stumble when you second guess. It doesn't pause when you look for approval. The monster only knows one direction. Forward. Relentless. Unshaken. Monsters don't fit in. They dominate. They don't ask permission. They take. You think greatness comes from balance. From playing nice. From waiting your turn. You've been lied to your whole life. They told you discipline is enough. They told you patience is enough. They told you if you play fair and stay consistent, you'll make it. Wrong. Discipline without teeth is useless. Motivation without blood is worthless. You need that cold, merciless, devouring edge. You need the monster to tear down the fake order they've built around you. Without it, you'll only be another obedient piece in their game. With it, you'll be the player who rewrites the rules. Discipline without the monster is just routine. Patience without the monster is just waiting. Only when you unleash it does everything finally bend to your will. If you are still there, wake up. That mindset is the leash that keeps you tame. The monster inside you doesn't wait for permission. It acts, it breaks, it conquers. Weakness is contagious. Surround yourself with the timid, and you'll rot like them. But unleash the monster, and you'll stand so far above them that their words won't even reach your ears anymore. Understand this. Strength is not shared. It's claimed, it's taken by force, and the monster inside you knows that truth better than you do. Stop waiting for someone to hand you your moment. It doesn't exist. Moments are seized. Monsters create their own openings and rip them wide open. Let them complain, let them whine. Let them drown in mediocrity. That's their fate. Yours is different. You're not here to participate. You're here to consume. And I'll say this once. If you're scared of your monster, you'll live and die average. But if you feed it, if you sharpen it, if you unleash it without hesitation, you'll rewrite everything. The world doesn't hand crowns to the cautious. It doesn't reward hesitation. It kneels to the ruthless, the relentless, the ones who burn their doubts and sharpen their hunger until it terrifies everyone else. And do you think anyone remembers the cautious ones? Do you think anyone builds monuments for the ones who played it safe? No. The only names carved into eternity are the ones who tore through fear like it was nothing. The monster doesn't look back, doesn't hesitate, doesn't beg. It simply takes its place at the top. That's why the monster is your only option. It doesn't play games, it doesn't compromise. It doesn't stop, it only wins. People will hate you. People will fear you. People will call you arrogant, selfish, obsessed, and they'll be right. Hate is proof you're moving right. Fear is proof you're stepping into dominance. Let them talk. Let them choke on their jealousy. Let them drown in their fragile opinions. The louder their hatred, the clearer your dominance. Weak men curse the strong because they can't match them. Let their voices rise. It only means you're too far ahead for them to catch. Monsters don't compete with the weak. They erase them from the game. None of it matters. The monster inside you doesn't hear the noise. It only hears the sound of barriers shattering. Because monsters don't exist to be loved. They exist to win. You think love will make you strong. You think validation will carry you. No. Love softens you. Validation chains you. Love and acceptance are traps for the tame. They want you soft, approachable, harmless. But monsters don't bend to comfort. They thrive in discomfort, in fire, in chaos. If you want the monster alive, you have to starve the part of you that craves to be liked. Feed the part that craves to conquer. Monsters survive because they refuse both. They sharpen themselves on pain, on rejection, on solitude. And that sharpness is what makes them lethal. If you want to rise, abandon the need to be understood. Monsters don't beg, they conquer. So stop caging what was meant to devour. Stop suppressing the very thing that makes you dangerous. The field, the world, life itself. It only bows to those who unleash the monster. Stop taming your instincts. Stop apologizing for your hunger. Stop disguising your fire as humility. Your instincts are the compass of the monster. They'll guide you faster than logic, stronger than doubt, sharper than hesitation. Trust them. Follow them. They won't lead you to safety. They'll lead you to war. And in war is where you'll finally discover what you were always meant to be. The world doesn't need another polite pretender. It needs a beast that tears reality apart and rebuilds it in their image. That's the version of you that wins. That's the version of you that cannot be stopped. You've been warned. Stay tame if you want. But the moment you decide to break the chain, nothing will ever stop you again. Unleash it now, or regret it forever. There will be no second invitation, no redo, no rewind. Every second you waste is fuel for the monster you keep suppressing. Feed it, unleash it, or die with it locked inside. The choice is yours. But the truth is simple. Only monsters leave their mark on this world. Everyone else is forgotten. When the chains snap, you'll feel it. The world will shift under your feet. Everything will look smaller, weaker, slower, because the monster doesn't see obstacles anymore. It only sees prey. That's the moment you'll know. You are not like them. You were never like them. You were always meant to dominate. And understand this. Once the monster walks free, there is no going back to who you were. That fragile version of you dies the moment you take the leash off. And that's exactly how it should be. That timid, obedient self, the one that begged for approval, that feared rejection, that hesitated when it mattered, that version of you was never built to survive. It was nothing but dead weight. Burn it, erase it, bury it deep, and never let it crawl back. Because the monster is not polite. It doesn't care about how it looks, or who approves, or who claps when you win. It only cares about dominance. It only cares about breaking what stands in its way. Every wall, every enemy, every doubt, you rip through them, without hesitation. The monster does not compromise. The monster does not apologize. The monster only takes, and when it takes, the world will resist. They will hate you. They will call you cruel, arrogant, obsessed, heartless. Let them. Let them scream. Let them choke. Let them collapse under the weight of your shadow. That's proof that you've risen so far above. Their hatred is confirmation. Their fear is validation. It means you've finally become what they could never touch. This path isn't comfortable. It isn't pretty. It's savage. It's violent. It's brutal. But that's the price of power. That's the cost of tearing your humanity apart to reveal the predator underneath. And you should embrace it, because the alternative is worse. Being just another lifeless body in the herd. Another forgotten name. Another wasted chance at greatness. So decide, right now, will you continue as prey? Weak, tame, comfortable, erased by time? Or will you unleash the monster, unforgiving, unstoppable, undeniable, and take everything that was meant for you? Because the moment you commit, truly commit, there will be no more hesitation, no more waiting, no more begging. There will only be you, and the destruction you leave behind. Remember this, the world never belonged to the tame. It never will. The crown is not given. It's stolen. Victory is not offered. It's taken. And history does not remember the cautious. It remembers the monsters who refuse to kneel. So burn your excuses. Shatter your doubts. Kill your weakness. Rip the chains apart with your bare hands. And step forward as what you always were meant to be. Not a follower, not another shadow, not another wasted life, but the nightmare that haunts the world and the storm that no one can stop. Because once the monster rises, once it breathes, once it roars, there is no cage that can hold it. There is no enemy that can stop it. There is no force that can silence it. And when they look up at you, broken and terrified, they will finally understand the truth. The monster is not someone else. The monster is not out there. The monster is you. And the world will never forget it.